What up, Palm Tree? All right, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this, but I did want to cast in my 2 cents on the whole no jumper versus Figgmunityworld beef right now. First of all, man, both camps are going at it. If you've been keeping score, earlier this year, there was the whole drama fallout when a bunch of the major hosts left no jumper, and while they were still there, they were all working on their own things. T-Rell had back on Fig. AD had community clips, and Duno had Duno's world. But, you know, since leaving the platform for those various reasons, they've all gone on to have like successful careers as content creators. But I particularly wanted to respond to how T-Rell tore Adam 22 a new one. To be honest with you, I have never heard a podcaster or a media personality go off on another person like that in so long, man. And T-Rell just came straight with facts, came straight from the heart, and was basically not taking any shit.
To me, you just a weirdo. And I really don't care of nothing about you, you know what I'm saying? You're a white supremacist lover, you know what I'm saying? You're a child molester, you feel me? You're an abuser. Like, you all the shit, all the shit above, like, everything about you is just trash, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really just here to take over. Like, you a culture vulture pussy. You just a pussy ass nigga, like, and that's...
You gotta respect the fact that, like, you know, life after No Jumper kept elevating for that man. And even before No Jumper, even if you didn't really know who he was, I had a Last King shirt before who that dude was, before he got on there. And yeah, I'll speak for myself saying like, oh, No Jumper exposed me to T-Rell. Like, I already knew about AD, you know, but yeah, No Jumper exposed me to Duno too. So they all, you know, successfully used their time at that platform as a launch pad to go do other things. And the way Adam went off on T-Rell and the rest of them boys was just so like vile. And then he just went straight with the view count and the money, and it was all numbers. And let me tell you this is gonna piss some of you off, but listen up. When white people occupy black spaces such as hip hop, they want to do this thing, what I call facts and figures, all school niggers. You heard me. They're not authentic representation of this culture, so he'll hit you with all the facts and all the data and all the numbers. Now, I was hesitant to even make this video because it's like, Dylan, you ain't got no motherfucking skin in the game. You got a 2,000 subscriber platform. You ain't making a fucking dime off YouTube. You have no business talking about this. Hey, that may be accurate, but, you know, I still know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? All right, so back to this game, which I never left. Rest in peace, Sinful to P.
Your wife paid for her whole wedding. You let your wife pay for her whole wedding. What kind of man is that? What kind of man? You let your wife pay for your whole home. Your whole home is pink. Like, your whole home is pink. Let's get to that. Your house is pink. That's Lena's house.
That nigga in a Barbie house?
Yeah, that's Lena's house. That plug talk house is Lena's house. Lena was fucking crying to me at your daughter's first birthday that how piece of a shit you are. You're sitting in the living room while she's trying to get y'all's daughter's party together. This will forever resonate with me. She's sat there and had tears in her eyes saying, this fool don't help me do nothing. He's sitting on the couch all morning watching videos of himself. It's my daughter's first birthday and he hasn't helped me with a thing. He hasn't fucking hung up a balloon, sat on no motherfucking cup, or sat on a table. You want to know what this man does? I don't gotta ask my man to do nothing. He gonna do everything. I don't gotta ask him to do shit. They like, you're trash, bruh. You're not a man, and now you're just using her. She saved your life. Shout out to Lena. I'm never talking bad about Lena. I'm never turning my back on her. I'm never unfollowing her. I'm never doing none of that shit to her. She saved your life, okay? Because this piece of a shit of a platform was going down the drain. That's when you started Plug Talk, and you had to have her fuck, and you had to have her do that shit to save your life because you didn't have no money.
Now, no, the other crazy part about it is that when I watched Heather go off on Adam, that was unbelievable. Like, and that is such a good woman, because when she got into that pit bull thing and she really was like holding T-Rell down and, you know, talked about how much of a loss it was for Adam to not have him and AD on the team anymore, I felt that, you know? And then she talked about how Lena confided in her that when they were all over at the house for Parker's first birthday, that Adam didn't help put up no balloons, no decorations, no anything. And he sat up there that whole morning, you know, watching videos of himself. I'm like, yeah, man, dude is a narcissist. And like, honestly, because Adam offered me a job, you know, I've always like been hesitant to speak on his actions and his allegations and all of these things. I'm just hesitant to make No Jumper videos, even though, like, you know, this does result in more views. You know, I don't want to say No Jumper's over with, because when the host initially left, I thought like, all right, here we go. Castle's about to crumble. But now, you know, they got the new store on Melrose. But I was listening to my man Hakeem on Back on Fig, and he said being on Melrose is not a flex. It's dead. It's like, you know what? People get robbed over there. The shopping is just not the same. It's like, hey, for them, it's kind of like, you know what? They already did that. But being back over there and like the cosign from Desto Dub, they act like, you know, they're doing something by being on Melrose. It's like, okay, it sounds like just another liability. The whole No Jumper controversy is like, you know, for once, what was a platform that was all about giving shine to underground rappers, it is so not that anymore. Like, I'm not even watching the whole little reality show they got where they have like all the guys who are like trying to fuck Lena. Like, what? Like, it's just too out of control, you know? And all of these people come on there and talk about, oh, this GD and BD and, you know, the Chicago gang politics and the LA gang politics. I'm like, you're really trying hard to be Street Gangs TV, aren't you? You know, it's just, No Jumper just spun off into like being ghetto TMZ. And, you know, the closest representation of the culture and still like what's happening in the streets and still like true to hip hop is kind of Back on Fig and is Community. Now, at the same time, me personally, my ears kind of only perk up for these channels when they're talking about No Jumper. But also, like, you know, that's kind of what they say, the surviving No Jumper experience is like a whole thing in its own. And I'm not mad at AD or T-Rell for, you know, speaking their truth, having worked there. And it's not just when they mention Adam that I tap in. Like, between Back on Fig and Community, they actually have gotten a few solid guests just in the little bit of amount of time that they've been around. Like, I saw that 03 Greedo went on Community. Back on Fig had Jay Worthy, Kamaya, TF, Guap Dad all in the same room. That was epic. You know what I'm saying? They had that Schoolboy Q interview. They had Vince Staples. Both platforms had Wiz Khalifa, so all of that was dope. Now, I will tell you this, Dejon Paul, it's ironic. It's just ironic that he infamously got on that interview and called them boys employees, and now look where he is.
You can do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't come here for corporate.
You got so many other things you can do.
I didn't come here for. I didn't say insults. I said corporate consulting. I didn't come here for corporate consulting from employees.
Who's an employee? I'm a motherfucking boss. You know me.
Are you talking about us?
You guys work here.
I'm a boss.
Nigga,
I'm a partner in this motherfucker.
An employee at the same motherfucking place, and they're gone now. And that's not a shot at Dejon at all. You know, I have a lot of respect for Dejon. I've gone to bat for Dejon and actually experienced real life consequences. You know, the little video that I made about Gina views, boom, backing Dejon up, boom, she blocked me. Okay? Yeah, there's consequences to every action. But I'm saying this to just, you know, let you guys know, like, doesn't that look kind of crazy to you? The guys who brought him to No Jumper, he called them employees, and that was all like a feather ruffler. And then now they're gone, and now he's there. Yeah, he's elevating. Yeah, he's doing his thing with the report card. And yeah, he's taking his career to the next level. But doesn't that look kind of crazy to you? Okay. Now, when Adam went at T-Rell, you study the body language of every other guy in the room. And it's like Sharp was keeping his motherfucking mouth shut because, you know, Sharp probably feels a great loyalty to Adam, No Jumper changed his life, you know. And rather than take sides, he said, okay, I work here. So he's got to keep it in pocket and quiet. And Brick Baby, I haven't met him or spoken to him yet, but he does seem like a cool dude. But like all of those guys, you know, Dejon, Pathetic Fat Kid, fucking Flacco, Brick, and Sharp, all kept it quiet. And I laughed so hard when I saw that the top comment on the YouTube video said, all of the employees are giving don't fire us massa energy. Figgmunity is absolutely right when they say that. Like, Adam is profiting from black culture and black trauma and just ignorance. Now, it's I don't want to make that a black and white statement, because there are moments where, you know, there are teachable moments and like things that'll make you think. Like, I caught one clip where they had the Hebrew Israelite guy on the Adam and Wax show. Okay, it's kind of a thinker, but for the most part, you know, you got Crip Mac sitting up there every day, and it's entertainment. It's entertainment, you know. I can't really name you a platform right now that's like, oh yeah, they interview all the hot new underground artists. I can't name you that. Not a Back on Fig, not a Figgmunity, not even a Palmcast, because, you know, I've been dealing with grief and now I'm like, really, you know, trying to pull it back together. But, you know, none of these platforms are really doing that one-on-one interview style that, you know, the No Jumper and Kinda Neat were doing. You know, maybe Fantano, but I mean, Bootleg Kev gets like cool interviews. He gets like popping people, but other than that, like, is any other platform other than my humble thing, any other platform getting, you know, those great sit downs with underground artists before they pop up? And not just street artists. I'm talking about like zany internet kids too, you know, like a Mass Gorilla type of wave. Show me. I'll wait. Okay, but I digress. Yeah, I just thought, you know what? I listened to Ace Boy Pun where he says, like, this being Figgmunityworld is homies, you know, and No Jumper is like about employment. And when Adam comes with like the numbers and how much people are making, and when it just gets down to like, oh, who has money and who don't, and they're like, haha, you broke, haha, that. And it's like, you know, T-Rell was coming at Adam's character, and then Adam was just going for the numbers thing. It's like, okay, come on now. You know, at the end of the day, I really am kind of now rooting for Back on Fig, and I really want to see like the whole Figgmunityworld. I want to see that succeed, because, you know, you think about it, all of those brothers were sitting at No Jumper, and now they're kind of all doing their thing. And, you know, not to take sides or anything, because, you know, I haven't learned the whole like accidentally like siding thing. It's like, I'll pick my own motherfucking side. God damn it. This is Palm. You feel me? Whether I'm like winning or losing, like, I rock with me. That's just where I stand, you know? So make sure you guys like this video. What do you guys think about the No Jumper Figgmunityworld feud going on right now? And I got a lot of stuff to talk about as always. About to just get back on here and start crushing these videos. I don't even care if, you know, they're perfect or whatever. I'll just put shit out. All right, peace, love, Palm.